Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of like a preliminary guide for beasts. Not going to talk about like which one's the best and stuff like that. We will do more testing and come back with those videos, but this is more just the mechanics behind it. How to upgrade them to, get your skills quicker and all that sort of stuff. So the first thing I want to say is, if you're not sure which beast you want to use, like I have my thoughts, but I don't want to say this one's the best because I haven't tested it. I would just recommend holding on to your spices and then waiting and seeing which one you actually want to focus on and build. But as for summoning, I would still go ahead and summon for the beasts purely because you want to at least upgrade the little guys. So I know they will have more beasts in the future. Some people may want to save for that. But in my opinion, getting these guys leveled up to 16 each is going to be quite handy for just, in the teams that we have at the moment. The other thing is leveling up multiple beasts is not a bad idea, getting these rare ones up as well, because in multi-fight battles, you can only take one beast into each battle, and you can't use the same beast in multiple battles. So having multiple beasts built up is going to be necessary. So I think summoning's fine, but just maybe hold on to your spices to see which one you actually want to go into and build. Now on the left here, there was a Chinese chart that I saw put out on Discord, and basically all I did was put that into a bit more of a color-coded visual representation. It's probably worse, but hey, I find it okay to understand. So when we look at dupes for these guys, basically to unlock, we unlock an ability at level 6, level 12, and level 18. So to get an epic beast or elite, I can't remember what they call them, but purple beast to level 18 to unlock all of their abilities, it's going to take 48 copies. The initial copy you got plus 5 copies to get to level 6. And then another 18 copies to get to level 20, to get to level 12, and then another 24 copies to get to level 18. So these are the totals. You need 6 to get to level 6, you need 24 to get to level 12, you need 48 to get to level 18, and you can see the numbers on the left hand side over here for the little blue guys as well. Now for the epics, elites, whatever they call them, wait, let's see. Does it tell us what they are? I think it's in the wish list. Who cares? For whatever these guys are, anyway, you can actually star them up past the initial stars that they have. So once you get them all to 6-star or diamonds, but I'll just call it stars, you can then turn them red, and that will just give you plain stat increases, because when you upgrade these, they're going to give you broad stat increases, but then also, agility based or strength based or intellect based stat boosts. So going past the level 18 is a whale feature in my opinion, and most players are going to want to ignore that for purely stats. Like I said, you're going to want to you don't want to focus your spices on getting these guys, and you don't even want to focus your wish list once we have more beasts, in my opinion, on just getting one of these guys up to 138 dupes. Because you will need multiple beasts. Eventually, maybe once you've got like 5 or 6 beasts built, then maybe you want to do that and focus in. But if you do go past, so if you do get them to level 18, which means you've got all 6 diamonds on all 3 of these, you probably want to focus in on the one type, whether it be agility, intellect, or strength, that you think the team it will go in will have the most units in, so that you're emphasizing that buff that those units do get, if that makes sense. So that's the way I'd look at it. But at the moment, I think, unless you're a Giga Whale, you don't even care about that at the moment. It's going to take you a fair while to get to that point to even have to consider it. But that is the basic dupe system. If there's any mistakes in here, I will update it. Like I said, I'm just going off of a Chinese little guide that was made, and I was just copying their numbers. So if it is wrong, I will let you guys know, and I will update this. But that is the basic dupe requirements. Now, as for the way to upgrade them, now, it might be tempting to look at this and just go, okay, I want to, I'm using Lucretia. I want to buff my Lucretia all the way. You don't want to just do that. You want to go 2 diamonds on each of them, then you want to go to 4 diamonds on each of them, and then you want to go to 6 diamonds on each of them. The reason being is when we look at these upgrades, you can see here, we'll look at the elite guys for a sec. The first copy you get is the one you summon, and that means the first upgrade you put into them is going to be free no matter which tree it goes into. But then the second one in that tree is going to cost you 1. And then the first 2 in the other 2 trees are going to cost you 1 each. That's represented by this chart, as you can see. For the first diamond on one of the trees, it's going to cost you 0. And then it's going to cost you 1 and 1, and then 1, 1 and 1. Now, the fact that we do this means that you can go through this and you can actually get to, if you split it up like that, you can actually get to level 6 and unlock the first ability only needing 6 copies of the beast. However, if you were to say specifically go narrow in and only do the agility buff and focus on that, because like I said, I'm using Lucretia, I want to get her buffs up, it's actually going to be detrimental to unlocking the abilities of the beast, because if we went down that path, we'd need 2 to get to 2 diamonds, because the one you summon, and then the 1 extra dupe for the 2-star or diamond. Then we need another 6, which would bring us to 8. Then we would need another 8, which would bring us to 16. So if you could just go all in on one tree, you're going to need 16 dupes to unlock the first ability, as opposed to 16 total copies, as opposed to 6 copies to unlock the first ability. So spreading these out is definitely going to be the way to go. Now, as we look at the summons, now, I will expand on beasts in the future. I just want to get these basic information out in this video. But when we look at the summons, I personally, I don't think I've experienced going more than 5-10 pulls without getting an elite beast or a purple. But I have heard people say that they've gone 6. So at the moment, I would assume that from what I've heard, every 6th seems like the guaranteed. I can't confirm that, but on average, you're looking at 6th, like I said, for me, every time it's been on the 5th at worst. So those are sort of the rates that you can expect with this. Whereas, you know, it's a 2.5%, but if you're getting it every 5 to 10, 5 to 6, it's not horrible. As you can see over here on my free-to-play account, I have not bought any of the baits or anything on this one, and I have managed to get the polar beast to level 6. I ended up getting all the dupes, and I used one of my spices to get him as well. So I got lucky with his copies, whereas if we look at the Blade Ridge, I've only had 1 dupe, so I've only got 2 copies of him, and I've only had the 1 copy of this guy. I got lucky, it didn't spread out, it put all into the polar beast, so I can actually get his skill unlocked, which is really nice. But in general, I'd probably say that if you've got these guys at like level 16, I'd probably look at the stats. See, I think this guy's still probably going to be better for me when we look at the stats that he gives. They are actually different stats on them as well, but HP, attack, 1.4, what's this guy giving? So yeah, I think it just comes down to testing. I'm not going to make a blanket statement, but it wouldn't surprise me if this guy is actually a little bit more effective for me than the Polar Beast at the moment, just because he's got level 16 and he's almost level 18. Especially once I get him to level 18, he's got, like, you know, all of his abilities, which you can actually read. I never realized this at the start, but you can actually click this little button and then you can read like the detailed abilities, which is really, really handy. But yeah, in general, I feel like look at the stats that they bring, and it might impact your choice, because they can actually do a decent little bit of damage in battle as well. But that's the basics. Like I said, that's the dupe system. Upgrade them evenly so that you can get the skills faster. Around 6-10 pulls seems to be the pity. That's the main information at the moment. I will keep updating on beasts in the future. But thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.